big arena himself, Dan Biggar.
Very well, thank you.
Why are you blushing?
I just made the joke now, the only guy to win it without a personality. So.
No, I think you find out really Gareth Bale. Footballer, what can I say? So, not bad today. All the points. Man of the match. And unfortunately we had Doyle as the ref. How was it?
Obviously delighted to have picked up the win, but yeah, I think the referee and then one or two decisions didn't help the flow of the game and the way we wanted to play.
Did you point that out to him, Dan?
Just once or twice.
Did anyone notice it?
I was actually getting some praise from Steve in the week saying, "Oh, you've been pretty good with referees lately." So I think I've lost all that.
That's the end of that then.
Yeah, so I'll catch up with him in the bar afterwards, JP Doll, and have a chat to him. But
I will do.
I think it was just all heat.
Put it right then, son.
So, but yeah, obviously, delighted to have picked up the win. It puts us in a real strong position now, and if we can pick a win up or pick something up out in France next week, then we've got a heck of a chance.
So if you put a performance in, you put like a King's Clermont away, shouldn't have a problem really, should we?
Simple as that.
It is, yeah, honestly. If you want to pay my airfare, I'll scare the buggers, they're so loose, honestly. How's it been so far? This has been quite a busy season. Obviously, went from the season end of, losing out to the semi-finals by another dodgy refereeing decisions, I won't mention any names. And then going straight into the World Cup. Pretty good World Cup, to be fair. I will actually say you made my birthday. Honest God, I wasn't looking forward to it because it's 48 this year. And somebody on my birthday and Greg's, when I walk about, we were pissed, weren't we? Oliver against England. I was quite quiet till that goal went over, that kick, and I went, honest God, I was on the tables, didn't give a shit. So thank you for that, you made my birthday.
You're very welcome.
I didn't pay for a drink all night, it was great. Anyway, and you had a really good World Cup, to be fair, considering all the injuries that we had as well. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was obviously, I think the World Cup itself, I think people, until you're actually part of it, you sort of don't realise how special it is. I think obviously, to be fair to England, they put on one heck of a good show in terms of the stadium and the crowds and everything, and it was just a really, really special to be part of. And obviously, the highlight was probably beating England at Twickenham. But sort of conversely as well, obviously losing out in the semi-final, quarter-final to South Africa was certainly one of the low points of my career. Anyway, it was sort of tough to take. It was really heartbreaking, and I think we're just a little bit disappointed. We probably had maybe another game in us, and but overall it was really, looking back now, it was really good, and it's great to come back here and then sort of try and get back to winning ways. And obviously we've had a disappointing start to the year, but I think we're slowly sort of picking it up with a few boys coming back now.
Actually, it's not been too bad since you all come back, really, is it? You know, to be fair, 23 injuries and missing players. Not one team could really actually say that they would. It was only Glasgow actually had more players out than us, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think obviously, and the fixtures the boys had were pretty tough against obviously Ulster away and Munster with a pretty good strong team. And so it was tough for the boys, and I think that'll stand them in good stead for the next couple of years. You know, I think a learning curve. It certainly doesn't always go to plan certainly in Wales or here. It's you have to sort of take a bit of a bash in sometimes to come through the other end. So I'm sure now that obviously we've got our full squad back together, we can sort of push on, and like I said, the results have been pretty good as of late.
So looking forward to next week then?
Yeah, looking forward to hopefully on the way back trying all the wine on the way home. I think if we win, that'll be the celebration.
If you're lucky I'm not going, there will be some left. But I've been told that some people are going to be making up for. There's a big contingent going next week to support you.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
It's not for the rugby, so the wine.
I know. I guess that.
Yeah. Clermont, no, I've been there. Toulon, no. Bordeaux, yeah, okay. Fine. Not too bad. And then obviously Six Nations soon, which obviously you will be a part of as the first choice.
Thanks for picking
That's
me
right.
anyway.
That's okay, no problem. I'll have a word with Gareth.
I'll phone Gats and tell him you
no, it's fine. That's right. He doesn't reply to any of my texts anyway. Martin though does, you know. So, but yeah, obviously you are the first choice. Finally,
So,
It's taken
so
some
hopefully we
time.
can get a few boys back fit,
Yeah.
and obviously with John Davis coming back, will help us in the midfield as well. So 2 tough away games, but conversely, when you have 3 games at home, you always fancy your chances of sort of doing fairly well in the tournament. So yeah, it's exciting times. It's going to be a long all year with hopefully a 4-game tour to New Zealand.
I'm going.
at the end of it. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be there. See you in Wellington. I'll be on the sidelines. You'll be trying to avoid. Yeah, it's fine.
I just blank you.
Yeah, exactly. Highlanders game I'm going to as well, so just for you to be aware.
But no, looking forward. There's a lot of good fixtures in the year, and I think most importantly for me was sort of coming back here and making sure that you know, not using it as like a stopgap between Six Nations and Summer Tour and things. It's,
Like some players, yeah.
you said it, not me.
I did say it, I'm not saying any names. But obviously, the most important thing that's happened recently, you didn't wait for East Webb, as reported by the Western Mail. You have
Western
now...
Mail's always right, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Week in, week out. Believe me, I'm on the forum all the time. Wouldn't leave it at me. But you actually put pen to paper, and you're staying with us and Wales as well.
Yeah, it's great to. It's like I've said a couple of times. It wasn't the most simplest of sort of negotiations with 2 parties involved. It adds a little bit of complication, but I'm thrilled. You know, I've said from all along I wanted to stay. It's you know, things are going well at the minute, and I generally believe here as well, if we can retain the boys like Al and Rhys Webb and 1 or 2 others, and strengthen in 1 or 2 other positions, I generally believe we've got a really good shout at pulling together a really good squad. So that was a big important part of my decision to stay, and obviously it'd be great if those boys stay, but it's great to be playing week in, week out. Yeah, I think that's the big thing. I think it's a big thank you to all of you guys and everyone, because it hasn't always been sort of plain sailing for me, and it's nice that I've always had support here, which has been very, very important, and sort of I'll never forget that. So, and even not just for the
No matter what the Boo Boys done in the past, you've always been our best. You've always been number 1 with us, and we just want to thank you for signing again with us, Dan.